Okay. Uh,
Oh,
Hello. I thought you abandoned me this week.
no. Just have the recovery from last night. I say that like I drank a lot. I did.
What did you do last night?
At my birthday party.
You told me your birthday was next week.
Oh, I told you the 18th, and you said you had a party. I think you just fucked up.
Fuck.
It's
Damn it.
okay.
No, it's not. Oh, now I feel bad. What a
Oh,
way
it's
to-
okay. I already think I already invited a lot of people because I have a bunch of new friends now.
Oh, you got new, better friends, huh? Is that what's going on here? You met your magic
My
friends.
apartment is really tiny.
Your magic friends that do all the sports, and you're just leaving me behind.
I know they were talking about fantasy football. I'm like, get that shit out of my house right now. Or fantasy baseball.
Ugh.
I know. I was like, that's my two least favorite things: math and sports.
That sounds terrible.
It is terrible.
Other than me forgetting your birthday was this weekend, how was your week?
Yeah, good. Yeah, work's really slow, so I just play Crusader Kings all day. It's pretty sweet. It's a pretty good deal, I have to say.
Yeah, getting paid to play video games? That's not bad
Yeah.
at all.
It is not bad at all. You are correct.
So, I'm kind of glad that you were late because we film these are usually around noon, and I finished the movie at 11:58.
Ooh, taking it all in.
Yep, cut it real close.
See, I don't do that. I watched it Thursday night.
Hey man, I like procrastinating, and
I mean,
I like
so do I.
I like having the movie fresh in my mind. I wake up on a Saturday and hang out with a cup of coffee and take it all in.
I mean, yeah. During a Saturday morning off of the movie actually does sound nice. I should do that more often. I always just want to watch them at night. Because my living room has a giant window and glare.
Ugh. Yeah, when my brain's still waking up, I like to try to watch these.
Mm.
But this week, we had the misfortune of watching Theodore Rex. Now, when you mentioned this last week, I was confused. I confused it. Let me pull up the page here. I confused it with the Dinosaurs TV series from the 1980s. Are you familiar with that?
I'm familiar, but I've never watched it.
Apparently it's...
Except when I was like 5.
Yeah, apparently it's good. And do you know how the show ended?
They all die.
Yeah, they all die from global warming or the new ice age or whatever, and they all starve to death. The whole family, they cuddle up. I think one of the kids says, "Daddy, are we gonna die?" Yes, son.
Yeah, and I can understand you get confused. There's a lot of overlaps. There's like in the 90s, there's a lot of dinosaur shit for some reason.
I wonder why.
I guess Jurassic Park.
That came out not in the 90s
93.
though.
Came out 93.
Original Jurassic Park came out in 93?
The movie, yeah.
Really? Huh. Could have swore it was before that. But I have seen this movie before. Although
You have?
yeah, I've watched it with you before.
Oh, okay.
Came out, 1996, has a solid
Yes.
2.4 out of 10 on IMDb, which is very
Deserves
generous.
higher than that. I love this movie. It makes no fucking sense at all.
It stars, I found this interesting, it stars Whoopi Goldberg, who attempted to leave the film but was sued for $20 million for trying to leave.
Yeah.
And it's settled, But
this was also 6 years after her Oscar win. So it only took 6 years for her to go to this.
She says that this is the only film she regrets, and don't ask me why I did it, because I didn't want to.
Yeah, no, she tried to fucking leave.
Variety magazine says this is one T-Rex that won't be spared the tar pits. And I pulled up a review here that I'd like to share with you. Keep in mind I've only read the first paragraph of this. August 2000, 1 star. The review title is An Abomination. Ever since I started visiting this site and voting for movies, I have never given any movie a rating of 1. Even the disturbing Dance Workout with Barbie got a 2. There is a reason for this. Anytime I find myself watching what I think is a really bad movie, I have to stop and ask myself the following question. Is this movie really as bad as the horrific, soul-sucking beast that is Theodore Rex? And I've never been able to answer yes. I would give anything within reason to know what crackhead said, hey, let's remake Blade Runner with Barney in the Harrison Ford role, and decided it was a good idea to actually spend the time and money to commit it to film. Furthermore, I want to know what the hell kind of market they were going to sell this towards if it hadn't gone straight to video. This is that rare monster, a movie that is way too violent for kids and way too insanely stupid for adults. I'd ask myself, what were they thinking? But in this case, it might actually be redundant. Anyhow, all you need to know is that you should only expose yourself to this monstrosity if you're one of the 5 or 6 rabid fans of Howard the Duck, or if you are curious to see the most evil, insane movie of all time, or you want to really punish yourself.
Oh, I'm those first 2 groups.
Yeah, by the way, my recommendation for next week was Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck?
Yeah, which was not related to this review at all, because I hadn't read that part of the review yet. I guess Theodore Rex inspired me. We get to see some duck tits.
Oh, the best part of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So as you mentioned in that review, this movie was supposed to came out on VHS, but it was supposed to be a theatrical release, and therefore, because of that, it's the most expensive theatrical released movie or VHS released movie of all time.
And the budget was 33.5 million.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much they made because it wasn't box office.
Yeah. So yeah, it also won a Razzie. She was nominated for. Whoopi Goldberg was nominated for Worst Actress at the Razzies, and is the first direct-to-video movie ever to receive any sort of Razzie nomination.
Did she win?
It says nominated, so I guess not.
Damn, I feel bad
Must be
for
tough.
her.
Why?
Because she despised this movie so much. I mean, the only thing that could have said more about it is if she paid the $20 million fine to settle out of court and not be in it.
Hey, at least she had to agree at some point.
Maybe she was misled. Here, you know what I was thinking while I was watching this movie?
What?
Have you ever played Heavy Rain or Detroit Become Human?
I saw a playthrough of Detroit.
Okay, so what I want is Detroit Become Human, except it's Theo Become Human, and it's Detective Theodore Rex and Whoopi Goldberg, and I don't know who the third character could be, but I want their own detective game.
It could be the bad guy, the scientist.
Oh yeah,
From his perspective. Yeah, I would say when I was watching this, I was saying that I wanted like a gritty reboot. Like, yeah, basically like, and I was thinking like, wait, a kind of like Doro Head Doro, which is about a guy who has a lizard face and he bites people's heads off.
I saw that on Netflix the other day, and I thought of you.
Good.
And then I didn't watch it.
Bastard. I actually took notes this time while I was watching.
Dude, have you not been taking notes the past
No.
month and a half?
Because this movie's so fucking confusing and weird and makes no goddamn sense. I'm like, I have to take notes to remember to go through the plot. Even at the end, I kind of just lost it.
I have a
I'm like, ah, fuck.
stack of notes from every episode we've done. I didn't know you weren't taking notes.
No, it's all up here.
Alright, why don't we break into, would you even call this a plot of the film?
I would call it a mess, is what I'd call it.
After a word from our sponsors. You know what? I've been debating actually seeking sponsorships just for this running gag, and like I will pay them like $1 for us to promote their product.
My sister she's so popular on TikTok that she gets like brand deals.
What?
She gets free she gets free shit all the time.
Does she get free shit or does she get paid?
I think both.
Well, damn, I need to be a TikTok star.
Well, I don't think you can. It's gonna be banned tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Well, it depends on if I don't remember. Their deal fell through with Microsoft. I don't know what other company offered, but I know one did. But we'll see. And I think that they're going to seek an injunction against the United States government if it's banned. That's what I heard.
God, 2020 is really the year where everything jumped the fucking shark.
Yeah. I'm still convinced that the world ended in 2012 and we're just living in a simulation.
At this point, I'm starting to believe that too. But yeah, I don't think I would really like to see you be a TikTok star. Like you're just doing all these like lip sync dances. That'd be pretty funny.
I'll think about it. 'Cause I'm sure I've sent you some amusing Snapchats at some point.
Sure.
Oh, you don't
I
look
haven't
at your
gone on Snapchat in years,
God
though.
damn it. You're missing out.
Missing out, you're right.
Right.
Okay, Theodore Rex. This movie starts off very strangely. It's a voiceover. And the voiceover is explaining the bad guy's whole plot.
Yep.
It tells you exactly what he's doing in the very first scene. So there's no mystery to this fucking noir movie. Because you know exactly what's gonna happen. It's such an incredibly bizarre choice to start it off that way. I will say the narrator has a great voice. He's like this deep voice. And it turns out the narrator's a dino priest.
That's the narrator?
Yeah, the dino priest is the same voice actor at least.
Okay. Before we hop in, sorry again, I was confused. My favorite character in this film was that one Triceratops that was always jamming out.
Get down. Yeah, get back up again. Oh, yeah. Moving.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is my favorite too.
Bring it on back.
He was a bartender.
No mystery.
So, no mystery at all in this mystery movie. And then right after that, it's like a black and white scene where this humanoid dinosaur, or this guy with long hair, has a butterfly in his hand, which is the only thing in color, and it lands on this humanoid dinosaur's face, and then it explodes, and then our main character wakes up, says 911. He's like, "Did something happen? I had a dream, and all those dinosaurs are psychically connected, so I know something happened." And they're like, "Yeah, there was a murder at the carnival graveyard." I guess that's where clowns get buried. I don't fucking know. This movie. Okay, I'm gonna start talking about this now. It talks about it's like this evil scientist guy resurrected all the dinosaurs, but they're all humanoid and they speak English and they have a religion, and they never explain if he like mixed them with human DNA.
They're vegetarian.
Dinosaurs were just always if dinosaurs were just always like this, they never explain. It makes no goddamn sense.
But
and then Yeah, and then Teddy wakes up. He does his morning routine. He has these weird ass shoes where it's laces for each toe, which considering he's a T-Rex, I don't think he'd be able to tie them. What did you think of this scene?
The introduction where he
Yes.
wakes up and we're introduced to Theodore, the dinosaur. I hated it. Like with Freddy Got Fingered, this scene sort of set the pace for the entire film. Where he gets up, he's talking to himself, brushing his teeth, being obnoxious. I hated every second of it.
Also, another shitty thing about this movie is that his voiceover is like not in stereo, so it's like it's coming from like everywhere at once, so it doesn't seem like it's coming from him as he's talking. It also really bothers me.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I noticed that the first time I watched it.
We're introduced
yeah.
to Theodore Rex, the dinosaur. And
He has a cookie addiction.
He does have a cookie addiction.
And he gets excited over a macadamia nut cookie, which is like the worst cookie.
Oh, disgusting. Thank you. Finally, someone hates macadamia nut cookies. We're then introduced to Whoopi Goldberg, who's a member of the police force.
It's called a gun. They're just called guns.
Teddy.
And it's really distracting because she's wearing like this skin tight suit. So she's like double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon while she's like, which is like, no offense to Whoopi, but like seeing her like in this like skin tight outfit's very distracting.
How is that offensive?
Well, I don't know.
I guess
I don't know what
is that a compliment? I mean, it really depends on the person.
Well, because I don't really think of her as attractive, and then she's wearing like this skin tight thing.
That's a little rude.
I know, that's why I said no offense to Whoopi.
She's rocking what she got. You can't blame her for that.
Yeah, and she's like this super cop with her like partner. But after this scene, we never see again. Nor is mentioned ever again.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're going after like these weird, like I don't know what to call them,
Gremlins.
gremlin people. And then she fucks up, and they get away. Then Whoopi goes to this little kid who's in charge of like a bar. I don't know. And he's like watching the news, and they're saying they're cloning raccoons to come back to life because all raccoons are extinct. And it's like the guy who made all the dinosaurs. So apparently, he was like, "I'm gonna make dinosaurs before normal animals because that'll be easier to do." And then Teddy goes to like this governor's ball, and he's like, "Police chief, man, I know you probably will find out about this eventually, but I want to tell you in person that there's been a murder at the carnival graveyard." And he's like, "Thanks, Teddy, you moron. I don't care." Apparently, Teddy only works at the police department because he's like a diversity hire.
Yeah, he's like a PR. He works in PR.
Yeah, and then like this PR guy goes, "If you make Teddy in charge of this dino murder, call it dinocide. In charge of the dinocide. This will help dino-human relations." And the police chief's like, "That's a great idea. I'll get all the credit for all this racial harmony in this world now."
He puts him on the case.
Yeah. While he's talking about this, Theodore, Teddy, is completely eviscerating this buffet of cookies. He is he's a cookaholic.
It's true.
And then the police chief says that Whoopi's going to be his partner in this case, and like, "You have like 24 hours to solve it or something."
Yeah, he said you have a day.
You have a day to solve this
Results on my
murder, Teddy.
desk.
And then we find out that Whoopi is a dino racist.
Yeah. What is
As
it?
they call it, a
Speciesist.
species.
Yes. She hates him. She hates
She's like-
Teddy.
She straight up says, "But he's a dinosaur."
Several times.
Yeah, like she's like very openly racist to dinosaurs, which I think is very funny. So they're like, oh, who can we do to get an autopsy for this dinosaur? Oh, the Natural History Museum. That makes perfect sense. And he's walking. Well, they're walking through the Natural History Museum, seeing the old dinosaurs. He's like, I don't like looking at the old bones because the bones talk to me psychically. Which, I guess because dinosaurs are psychic,
What do they tell you, Teddy? And they say to follow my dreams and be a detective.
Which, you wanna know something funny? In museums, those bones aren't real. They're plaster casts. The real bones are like in a closet.
So he's a bullshitter.
So he's a bullshitter. And then they get to the dinosaurologist.
Sure.
So much good world building in this movie.
Mm-hmm. And they do an autopsy to
Yeah,
find
the body's already there when they get there.
Yeah, they do an autopsy to find the cause of death, and Theodore says, "I got this," and he puts his head on the dead dinosaur, and he goes,
Doctor, may I?
Help yourself.
Thank you.
May you what?
Religion.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and then he realizes that the cause of death was an explosion to the face, and he recovers a fragment of the weapon to send it off for testing.
Which is like a part of a butterfly wing. Yeah, and then he's like, oh, and then they do a tail print, which is like a fingerprint but with the end of his tail. And they find the name, and apparently he's married to this sexy lounge singer dinosaur. So that they go to the Dino nightclub, which it's called the Extinct Species Club. And what?
It's not a bad name.
It's not a bad name, I guess. It's kind of long, but. And then they go to this Extinct Species Club, and then you see a bunch of weird dinosaurs. Like, this one just keeps flirting with Whoopi. She is so incredibly racist that she is so disgusted. She's like, I have to leave the room because he's like flirting with me.
I found that behavior quite disgusting.
Yeah.
She didn't even give him a chance. I mean, he was oogling her from the side of the room, and I don't know what kind of gestures he was making, but
she's like, I have to leave. He's pissing me off. He's disgusting.
It says a lot about our society.
Yes, it does.
Sad to see.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably a gentleman.
Yeah, a gentleman making guttural noises at women across the room. Then the sexy lounge singer dinosaur comes out, and she's also a T-Rex. But I guess they use like the same like mold, the animatronics for the face, so it looks exactly like Teddy, but he's just in drag. It's very weird. And then he's flirting with the widow.
Yeah.
The night her husband died.
And she's all for it.
And she's all into it. And apparently in dino culture, like, they're talking to her husband's murder. He's like, okay, the funeral's tomorrow. And Whoopi's like, what? And they're like, yeah, dino culture, we move very quickly. So I already arranged the murder, or funeral.
Spoilers.
Yeah. And then they leave, and then Whoopi calls Teddy like a kid's version of horny. She says, you've gone glando.
Yeah, his glands are acting up. That's what I've told myself during my coronavirus quarantine weight gain.
Glando. It sounds so stupid. Then they get attacked by like the gremlin people from earlier in the movie, but and they like steal his police car, which has like a special compartment for his tail. so he can sit in the car. And then he doesn't attack them back because he's a pacifist as well as a vegetarian. So he's essentially just a big pussy, but he wants to be a police person. Excuse me.
That's fine. Eventually, they discover that, this multi-billionaire Kane, the creator of the dinosaurs, should be interviewed. And they make a pit stop on the way to a scrapyard playground. Very dangerous. But Kane's men find out that kid behind the bar, we'll just call him Whoopi's son from now on. They find out who that is. And when they eventually arrive at Kane's office, he is very unhelpful, and they get zero information.
His secretary looks just like Aubrey Plaza.
And,
I thought that was very interesting. She has like this shitty British accent.
and they,
He's like obviously evil. I mean, he's obviously evil because they tell you his plan at the very beginning.
yeah, I still think that was a poor choice. Well, you know what? Here's what I think. I think they filmed the whole movie, and
They're like, this makes no goddamn
Yeah.
sense. We have to explain it at the beginning.
exactly, test audiences, well, what the fuck is this about? And then they say, okay, let's just explain it all at the beginning. But Whoopi's son is kidnapped.
By an arcade cabinet.
Yeah, that scared me. That was a jump
Yeah,
scare.
that's pretty terrifying. He's like, oh, an arcade in this junkyard.
But someone reached through the screen and pulled him into the machine, and I jumped.
It's cute.
And back at HQ, the butterfly bomb was reconstructed. So they go to visit the toy maker at Dead Storage.
Oh,
which-
wait, no, you skipped over the dino funeral.
Oh, yeah, fuck. Alright, you explain the dino funeral.
Okay,
please.
so they're doing a dino funeral, and there's like a dino priest, and then, yeah. And then they say, then Whoopi's like, where's the body? And then, like, there's this jar of, like, bright neon green liquid. It's like, oh, his body, his essence has been liquefied. They don't elaborate further on what that
Yeah,
means.
well,
What his
here's-
essence is, why he's been liquefied.
Here's the thing. He was liquefied, and he's used to feed the flowers so that people can take the flowers home with them. But also, these creatures eat flowers, which
Yeah.
and they eat all plants. So you already know that these people were going home and just eating these flowers that were fed by their dead loved one.
I just want to know what his essence is. They said they liquefied his essence.
I don't know. They probably just shoved him in
Does
a
that
blender.
mean his whole body?
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Then they start like chanting. So I guess like these dinosaurs, they have a religion. They don't like. Is this religion a new thing when they became resurrected? Was it back in dinosaur days?
Dinology. I'm surprised they don't worship the Kane dude as a
Yeah.
god, seeing as they don't.
And then
In fact,
he
they
has a
might.
speech at the funeral, and he's like, "I am to blame for this murder because I have created all of you," which that makes no fucking sense.
I mean, it's a nice gesture, but also stupid.
Like the rest of the movie. And then Teddy then flirts with the widow at her husband's funeral again.
And she is all for it.
Yeah, she's a big old slut.
But
Yeah, and then they go to the toy maker.
yep, at
And
Dead.
then while they're there, Whoopi reveals she's a cyborg.
Yeah,
Yeah, she just says like, "Yeah, I'm a cyborg."
and they go to Dead Storage, which is, I imagine, a very expensive set piece where all these people on the verge of death are stored until science can bring them back from the brink of death.
Yeah, like
That-
in Futurama.
Never mentioned again.
Never.
And
And while they're going to the toy maker, Teddy farts. Very funny.
oh,
And then there's this weird scene with this puppet. There's like this guy in a bag, and he's just yelling at them. And then there's a caterpillar puppet that turns into a butterfly. It's very weird.
Very surreal.
It's very surreal.
They go down in the, I guess, the basement to meet the toy maker.
Who looks and like a samurai because he's
Yeah.
Japanese, I guess.
He
I don't know
looks-
why.
He looks like live action Shang Tsung from the Mortal Kombat.
And he's like, "Can I offer you tea?"
And then Teddy says, "No, I want a gun. A big gun, because I'm a big boy."
And then he tries. Then he escapes the toy maker, and then they catch him. And then Teddy tortures him by farting and burping on him.
But he stays strong, and he doesn't give up any information until Teddy threatens to eat him.
It's very racist that he would assume he would go through on it. Does he not know he's a vegetarian? Or speciesist, excuse me.
And what's it called? He admits that Kane, one of Kane's men, bought the butterfly bomb, and that he also has Molly, the sexy Teddy and drag singer, and Whoopi's child as hostage.
So evil.
I'm gonna skip over a little bit here.
Yeah, this is where I started losing.
It was all bullshit. They break into Kane's compound, who immediately...
Oh, and there's
What's up?
establishing shot of Kane's compound. There's these giant cement towers with like testicles at the top of them. It's like the ugliest thing I've ever seen. I don't know why anyone would want that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I wasn't really keeping an eye out for that.
It's like an establishing shot. I don't know. Continue.
But they break into Kane's compound, Teddy and Whoopi split up. Teddy meets up with Kane, who immediately reveals his plan for a new ice age, which was established in the opening shot of the movie.
So we were not surprised at all.
Not at all. And launches his super ice age missile, and shows off his arc containing all of those who will survive in the new world, including Molly. Meanwhile, Whoopi is in several shootout scenes, and eventually finds the child and frees him.
Yeah, and then she gets injured, and Teddy's like, "Okay, give me your gun," and she's like, "No, I'm not going to give you my gun.
Yeah.
You need to use your brain.
Well,
Brains over bullets."
what happened was Teddy freed Molly as well, who was taken hostage, and Whoopi and Teddy reunite. And then Whoopi's shot like a dozen times, but she's fine because she's a robot. And then Teddy gets shot once, but it turns out that they missed and he was just faking it and being a giant pussy. So Teddy chases down Kane and catches him and takes the stereotypical remote control and presses the big red button to disable the Ice Age missile. And Teddy then was honored at a ceremony and formally promoted to detective, and then Teddy and Whoopi become partners. And then
Yeah, what a fucking mess of a movie.
Yeah. Not great.
I love this movie. It's so fucking weird.
Like,
It kind of reminds me of like you said, dinosaurs. But also like the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
oh no. Oh, we need to watch
God.
the Teenage Mutant
Yeah,
Ninja Turtle movie.
I've never actually seen that.
Oh,
Which one?
I believe it was the 90s live action one.
Oh yeah, there's like 3 of them.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I saw a picture the other day of the animatronics, or the suits, and how they've been preserved, and it's terrifying. They're all
I think
cracked,
I saw that picture too.
decrepit.
Yeah.
I honestly, what is the budget? $33.5 million here. So $7 million went to pay Whoopi, and the rest went to animatronics, practicals. I'm guessing. There was so
They're
many.
not terrible, I guess.
No.
But like in one scene, when Teddy's getting yelled at by the lieutenant, his eyes are like fucking up, so it looks like he's drunk.
No, I missed that. Must have been taking
Yeah, after
notes.
his car gets stolen, he's like getting yelled at by his like eyes are like drooping. Yeah,
Overall, not spectacular. Good
Numbers.
practicals. You know, something that I will give it credit for, which, you know, in all fairness, it's the only thing that I'll give it credit for, is the practicals were pretty decent. And
Mhm.
I'm very upset that movies nowadays choose to go with poorer looking, more expensive CGI instead of practicals.
I think I read on Tenet that it was cheaper just to blow up an actual 747 than to CG it. So they actually did.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I know for in like The Dark Knight Rises,
yeah.
in the opening scene with the plane,
Mm-hmm.
they did that with a real plane.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I mean, it might be safe, or it might be cheaper to do that, but then you have to worry about debris flying everywhere, slicing
That's
open
not my
some
problem.
old lady's carotid artery and getting sued. But
You're right, that might happen, but I don't know.
I'm very upset that movies are moving away from practicals, and what drew the line in the sand for me was the 2011 remake of The Thing.
Oh my god, that movie pissed me off so much.
Yeah, they filmed the whole thing with practicals, and I guess the bigwig old people, directors, whatever, saw it and said, "Oh, well, why isn't it CGI? Make it CGI." And they made it all CGI and scrapped the entire filming with the practicals. If you go back and look at like behind the scenes with the practicals on YouTube, it looks fantastic.
Mhm. Also, that movie is another pet peeve of mine where it's called The Thing, even though it's not a remake. It's a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
Call it like something else. Also, when remakes also are just called the same exact thing, it pisses me off too. It's confusing.
It is.
I completely forgot about that remake, and The Thing is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah,
That's how fucking shitty it is.
It is my favorite movie of all time, and the reason that they named it The Thing is that they were debating whether or not they should like include anything additional to it.
Mm-hmm.
But
The Thing itself was also a remake. It was called The Thing from Another World.
Yeah, it was from the 1950s. It was a pretty good movie. But
I actually haven't seen that one.
They decided that adding anything else to the title of the movie would be an injustice to the original.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to just go with The Thing.
Yeah. It's a movie I always forget it's a remake. Awesome movie I always forget it's a remake. Scarface.
Scarface is a remake?
Yeah.
Of what?
A movie called Scarface. Like, I think it came out in the 50s. It's about like a 1920s Italian gangster.
I've never seen Scarface.
Really?
Nope, and I made it halfway through. Shit. What was the other big Italian gangster movie?
There's a lot of them.
I made it halfway through The Godfather.
Why did you stop?
I got distracted. And
That's a really good movie.
yeah, and that
Also,
was.
Scarface isn't Italian; he's Cuban.
Oh well, just goes to show how much I didn't watch the movie at all.
Although the actor Al Pacino's Italian.
I hope I
Back
never
in the
have
day,
to
we
watch.
used to have a white guy play any race.
That's true. And you know what? I watched the JoJo's Part 4 live action movie last night.
Oh god, that movie's pretty bad.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I had it on DVD.
You have it on DVD?
Yeah.
Why? It's up for free on Pornhub.
What?
Yeah, here, I'll show you.
I guess Pornhub probably doesn't have very much moderation.
Well, I would hope they would. There we go. Yeah, check this shit out. Alright, we're all adults here.
Oh god. You don't have an account. bussy, thick teen schoolgirl whore seduced stepdad to avoid going to what?
Bro, that's just a
Wait,
bunch
the
of
what?
fucking keywords. What is that?
Woman agrees to try
Decided-
double penetration with her therapist.
I don't think that will really help.
Stepdad came home early, caught me fucking his new wife, decided to join.
Uber sticks fingers in my pussy.
Wait,
Bottom left. But yeah, dude, just like this is the new YouTube. Diamond is Unbreakable. Every single
Oh my
episode,
God, yep,
live action
there it is.
movie, except the Unbreakable Eye Contact PMV. But there's just a Jesus, look at that! It's like a fucking volcano.
Oh my God!
It's there's a bunch of memes on here. You get the gist.
I do, yeah.
Pornhub's great.
Double dream hands.
Double dream hands.
That's what that is, the dance. Double dream hands.
Anyway, good movie. I liked it.
I didn't like it that much.
But where we were talking about white people before we got distracted by JoJo memes on Pornhub is Angelo, who has the stand Aqua necklace. He looks American.
I don't remember what he looks like.
Oh, let's take a look. Skirt. I'm upset that they're not going to do a part 2 for this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not too upset at that.
Oh, whatever.
広瀬光一
Whatever. Fuck it. Take my word for it. I'm not scrubbing through the whole movie. Belle Delphine's killer queen bites the dusto.
What does it make you drink bathwater?
I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it.
Please do not.
Did you see anything interesting on the internet this week?
No, because all my free time has been playing Crusader games.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, what? Alright, fine.
That's
Let's
my-
talk about Crusader Kings then.
Okay.
You said it's kind of similar to Civ, right?
I guess it's like very different because something that keeps fucking me up is that you're playing as like a dynasty of a family,
Mhm.
not as the actual like political state. Like, I keep forgetting that I need to pay attention to my children and do a long game instead of here and now.
So you
Right
neglect-
now I'm playing as Byzantium,
Mhm.
and I'm conquering all the small Muslim states around me by doing holy wars. And I conquered Mecca and Medina, and now they're all pissed at me and they're declaring a jihad on me.
How's that going?
Pretty well, because I already kind of like destroyed all the Muslim states around me.
Are you still watching this live stream?
Yeah, I am. You're just looking up. I like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure cursed images.
Yeah, look
Mr.
to
Bean
the
is
bottom
Kira.
right of that.
SpongeBob shows private parts. I'm not saying that. Then some. Okay, wow. What the fuck is? God damn the internet. I'm curious. Click on
Yeah,
that.
I was way ahead of you, bud.
Oh my. Is that the impact of SpongeBob getting to work late?
Aw, gee, Squid. I'm sorry I'm late. I just had to finish shaving. See?
SpongeBob Boyo, what's this I hear about you being late? Ignore that and get back to work.
Hey Sponge, you reckon I could get
Even
one
mustache.
more patty
Yeah.
with extra
Meat.
What the fuck? I like that this is almost 50,000 views.
94% upvote.
I mean, how could you not upvote that?
And a Lego Star Wars avatar. Category, safe for work. So, oh, dude. My wife likes listening to ASMR. So I always
Okay.
find the weirdest shit for ASMR. Here, I'll show you an example. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I've seen like Thanos eating KFC on his lunch break ASMR.
Bakugo ASMR. Oh no.
Bakugo
Oh my God.
talks about your self-harm ASMR.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I don't get ASMR at all.
I don't get it. I was thinking about doing it to rake in
You know
those
what actually
sweet...
swallows his jewel and dies?
I was thinking about doing an ASMR channel and reading stuff just to rake in those sweet YouTube bucks from idiots who actually listen to it.
I remember there was one ASMR I saw. It's like Funky Kong tells you that you're okay while he drives you to the airport. It was like
Oh.
really specific.
ASMR Yoda accidentally swallows his jewel and dies, featuring Gandhi. Yoda goes for a job at Taco Bell, but is denied due to being a registered sex offender, featuring Obama. Yoda's informed he's being drafted to Vietnam by Shaggy. Yoda robs the ketamine factory to fuel his addiction. Oh, what hole have I just fallen down?
It's all the same guy too.
Oh my god. Alright.
Honestly, that makes more sense. If it was a bunch of different people, that'd be more strange.
Yoda commits a mass shooting ASMR.
Click on that one.
What, mass shooting or Yoda
The
eats
mass
hamburger?
shooting. No, the mass shooting. I want to hear it.
Alright.
Very horny I am. Check my computer for internet porn, I must. Like this very much I do. Getting aroused I am. Masturbate now I must. Wait.
No, you're gonna do a school
What?
shooting.
What is this I see? What is a furry? What? No. What is this? What degenerate filth is this? Like this I do not. Destroying society this is. Cleanse it with
Off the rack,
fire
Yoda.
I must.
Looking up furry conventions. Oh no. Well, now I need to.
I like this music.
I need to stick with this to the end. I need to know.
I know. I'm very curious.
Forgive me, Lord, for what I am about to do.
Oh, he's flying to the furry convention.
I'm sure this is very good podcasting material. Us watching a video.
Require a lot of firearms, I do.
Yeah, sure, you sound like a stable individual. Here you go.
Find nearest bathroom, I must. Kill them all, I must. Save
Isn't this the
countless
music from
generations
Incredibles?
of children, I will.
Well, what about the music?
I think this is from The Incredibles.
Kronos
Yeah,
unveiled
Incredibles,
from the
that was right.
Incredibles. Licensed to you on MG on behalf of Walt Disney. Alright, well, I'm on a watch list.
Yeah. What's your experience with furries? Now that I guess we're on the
Oh man.
subject of furries.
Well, I have a close friend who's a furry actually. Ow,
Hmm.
fuck. I found out by accident.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Cause,
He's hiding it from you.
he was. I was using his laptop one day. Oh shit, there's Reese's Pieces in here. Sorry. I was on his laptop one day and I had to look something up. I was like, alright, I'm just gonna open up this next tab. And he's like, no, don't! And it was him looking up some pretty explicit materials of people in wolf costumes or whatever. And he said, oh,
Pretty
pretty
boss
tame.
of him. It was pretty boss of him just having tabs porn open while a friend was over on his computer.
Yeah, well, that's what friends are for. We just browsed through Pornhub together, didn't we? And
you're right.
and he asked what I saw, and I said I didn't see shit. And he eventually became one of my roommates. I actually helped him move a week or so ago.
You didn't go while you were sleeping and go, ooh, ooh.
No.
What's this?
Well, his entire closet is full of fursuits. Which, you know, you do you. I'm not touching them. I don't know what goes on in those things, and I'd prefer not to know.
They're so stiff they can stand up on their own.
No, the crust.
Well, the first time I ever interacted with a furry in real life was I was just talking to him, and then this was like on a trip, and he was like, "Yeah, you know Ninetales from Pokemon?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "So sexy, man."
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you started sniffing your butt or something.
No, I was like, Ninetales, the anime dog, it's sexy. Okay.
Just out of nowhere?
Well, we were talking about Pokemon. I think I don't know. I was like 14. That kid was weird.
Yeah, remember we had in high school a like a furry outbreak? You may have left.
Oh God, yeah. I don't know if we should put this in because I'm gonna use real names, but
Yeah.
I guess you can edit it out.
Yeah, I'll cut it.
What?
I'll cut it.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Fucking, what's her name?
Yeah, the daughter of a very pronounced
I went to
senator.
her house once. Yeah, I went to her house once for dinner.
Right.
Yeah, and she like did not leave her room. I hung out with her younger sisters all night and played Mario Kart.
What, she invited
And it's
you
like-
over?
No, it was like my dad and her dad, and like, were, like talking. I guess because of business or whatever. Yeah, so that's why I was over at the house. But yeah, like she like didn't even like come down once. I was like, we go to school together. You can just say hello.
Yeah, she'd always go around with a tail.
Yeah.
And then there were like 3 or 4 of them, and then there were 2 guys that were in my grade who would just creep on them, even though they were significantly younger. I'm sure you remember.
Yeah. I remember also when I was in college, there was this one. Oh my God, this one fat guy. He would just walk around all day with this disgusting matted foxtail, like just like to class.
Why?
I don't know, and he
You
had
know-
a girlfriend too.
Alright, here's the deal. I'm kind of torn on this. Because 1, gross, wash your tail, you fucking degenerate. 2, props to that guy for not knowing what shame is.
Yeah. Oh no, the same guy. I was like standing next to him, and he grabbed my ass, and I was like, "Don't you fucking ever touch me again!"
Wow,
I like,
whoa.
yelled at him.
You didn't even say thank you? What the fuck? That's so rude.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, don't tell
I didn't
me, tell
appreciate
him.
it. Oh, I found something really weird this week. I remembered. So I found this fucking demon cat on Instagram.
Alright, lay it on me. What do we got?
Okay. Its name is Jazzy Purrs, and it's a Sphinx cat.
It
So
has
it's a hairless
no eyes,
cat.
is that one?
It has no eyes.
I love that cat, dude.
Yeah. It's fun. I know. I don't know why she didn't name it Skeletor or something. I want to name it Skeletor.
It looks creepy as hell, but it's also
It looks
a
so
cutie.
creepy.
What makes
Apparently,
it
it likes getting it. What?
What were you saying?
It likes getting its eye hole scratched.
Whoa. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I might touch the brain or something. I don't know.
I think it's been sewed up. It's just skin.
Well, okay. Like, cats with no eyes, that's fine. They can be cute. This Sphinx cat with no eyes? No. It looks like you just
Demonic.
stuffed a cat skull in a condom. It looks horrifying.
I'm really upset because I love hairless cats.
Yep.
But
hates them.
Why?
She loves cats of all kinds except hairless cats.
No. What you do is you tell her that you can knit it sweaters so it stays warm
I
in the winter.
have, and she's like, I don't care.
What?
It's disgusting and should be put down.
Oh my god. I think they're little cuties. May is allergic to cats, but she likes cats. She hated cats until she met my cat. So now
Your cat's pretty good, so.
she settles on a hairless one.
There are other hypoallergenic cats that aren't hairless.
Really? They're
But
probably-
Bengals are. But
Ex-
Bengals are also just as expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're
If not
expensive
more.
as hell. Bro, if you want a hairless cat, just get some wax. You don't have to pay out the ass for it.
Yeah. Esto, come here. Yeah, I'd get scratched to shit if I ever tried that.
Yeah.
I think would probably shoot me too.
Just say it knocked over a candle. And you had to take the wax off.
Or I could just get like my electric razor and just shave it.
No, you gotta go all the way down, dude. I've been debating whether or not I should shave my cat.
Why?
Because her hair... Well, here's the thing. She doesn't live with me.
Oh yeah.
And her hair is very long. It gets to be like 2.5 to 3 inches long. So we have to get her hair cut and brush her almost every day. But my family does not brush her almost every day. So she gets matted, she gets dreadlocks, and it makes me cry.
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, it's true. And the groomers closed due to the Wu flu outbreak. So, thinking about busting out the razor next time I go home. I'll give her.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah, you just need to like leave it around her face so she looks stupid.
Yeah, she'll be like a little lion.
Have you ever seen like those like extreme like poodle grooming contests where they look like the fucking Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Imagine looking that stupid and being so dumb you don't realize how stupid you are. It's like they're colorblind; they can't see. They're like, "Oh, I'm this completely like garish color combination."
Oh, well, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that color was an issue. But if they go and look in the mirror and they could see color, they're not going to say, I look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. No, they're going to go woof woof.
No, I think, yeah, the color blindness is the only issue. If they could see color, they would know exactly what they look like.
You know, animals can only watch TV if it's not on, like, one of the old tube TVs. So they can watch TV. But prior to when they were widely adopted as common, they probably just thought that we sat together and watched a screen full of static.
Yeah, like when I watch cat videos on my TV, or even like I watched Lady and the Tramp, Alfredo, my cat, was just watching. It was really cute.
Huh.
I have a video of him watching of We Are Siamese, if you please.
Yeah, you should. All right, here's an episode idea. You ready for this?
Yeah.
We Clockwork Orange our cats and make them watch Cats.
Have you actually seen Cats?
No.
Oh
I know
my
you
god.
did.
Yeah, I love it.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, did you see the play or the film?
Both.
Well,
I love both.
you know I think we talked about the butthole edit.
Oh yeah.
Or they just had to go and remove all the buttholes from the cats.
And apparently they made Jason Derulo's penis smaller.
Wait, he flashes his dick?
No, it's probably just because like he's a big penis in real life, and in his like suit he was wearing like a large bulge, and they probably edited the bulge to be smaller.
That's not where I thought that was going at all. I thought they
Sorry.
had to like CGI it down and add some barbs or something.
Yeah, so we already talked about Cats, but I love Cats. It holds a very special place in my heart. It's probably one of my favorite birthdays
Oh, jeez.
when I saw it on Broadway.
The only time I could ever tolerate cats is if I am very not intoxicated. I need to be
I
tripping.
was intoxicated when I saw the play.
I need to be tripping to see cats.
I'd love to take like a heavy dose of acid and watch kids. It's.
I don't think I'd ever
That'd
come
be
back.
terrifying.
I'd be like the dude from Mazes and Monsters. I would be a cat. It would never leave me. I managed to convince some of my friends to watch Freddy Got Fingered.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Well, it didn't go because I took your advice to heart, and I am hosting a movie night for Freddy Got Fingered in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And they know nothing about it.
Good. Good. Tell me what they think specifically of the horse masturbation scene.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you could join us.
I think I might actually.
I'll let you know when it's going down. Not sure how legal it is for me to stream movies on Discord.
I don't know. The FBI is gonna get on you.
Yeah. Well, they better get in line. After I just looked up pirated movies on Pornhub and Yoda committing mass shootings at furry
Yeah,
conventions.
how's that part gonna work on the podcast?
I'll figure something out.
We can just cut that part out.
No.
I imagine just us watching a video. Suffering.
I'll make it work.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. All these little tangents we go on just puts more work on my shoulders. I haven't even started editing the first episode. But I have a 6-pack of beer and a dream.
A dream.
At this point, this is more of a podcast about talking about movies and then degrading into some strange places. We've talked about
Very strange. Yoda ASMR.
Yeah, Yoda school shootings, JoJo's on Pornhub.
The Yoda ASMR, it wasn't even like an ASMR, it was just a Yoda skit.
What else? Asians coming out of Mount Olympus. The Great Mudslide.
You're never gonna fucking remember that mountain's name, are you?
Hold on. It's on the tip of my tongue. No, that's Mount Sinai. Fuck.
You always say Mount Sinai.
Nope. Nope, I will never.
Kailash.
Kailash. That sounds like a fucking Pokemon, not a mountain.
It does sound like a Pokemon.
So no, I'm not gonna remember that. Kailash sounds like the water version of Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno, and Kailash.
Well, that doesn't. It breaks the pattern.
Yeah, well, he's adopted.
Yeah, last night at my party, someone's like, "Yeah, I really like Zapdos because we're talking about Pokemon." I was like, "I'm gonna blow your mind." Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and he was like, "Whoa,
Bruh.
bruh." You hear that some people are trying to get racial bonuses out of D&D?
Oh, fuck off.
I know.
Are you serious?
I'm being serious. Yeah, they're like it's racist.
Oh, well, the dwarf... No, how about this? The gnome should have just as much strength as the orc. And the orc shouldn't get a proficiency to intimidation, even though he's a towering Hulk.
Well, that's racist that you're boxing him into a specific because of his physical appearance.
Yeah, I explicitly am. They're scary motherfuckers.
Like, the cool thing about D&D is, like, if your group doesn't want to do racial bonuses for whatever reason, your group can just not do them. I don't know why you have to make it so no one else has to do them either. Because
some people are on a crusade of equality.
It really is like your fucking religion. It really is.
Now, I'm going to cut this part out, but while we're on the subject of equality, let me tell you. Do what you love.
I know, good for him.
Yeah, it's not what I did. I chased the money, not what I love.
Look where it got you.
Yep. Drunk at noon, watching shitty movies in an apartment alone while my wife's at work. Wouldn't have it any other way.
I mean, that does sound pretty sick.
Yeah, it's fucking rad. And what are you doing, huh?
Helping the lives of underprivileged children.
You're playing Crusader Kings.
You know, like, I need to find someone really schizophrenic to introduce you to.
Do you know of anyone?
No, not off the top of my head.
Wait,
I mean, I know a lot about Chris Chan. I know about Chris Chan.
do you know Drunken Peasants? Is that a podcast?
Yeah, it is a podcast. What about it?
Do you listen to it?
No, but I know of it. Why?
They interviewed Gail on episode 312.
Really?
Yep.
Because I like the one guy on it, the Amazing Atheist.
Oh, the Amazing Atheist.
Yeah, it's one of the guys on there.
Isn't he the guy who has the video online of him boiling oil all over his testicles?
And banana up his ass.
Oh, well, I must have missed that part.
I've never actually seen either of those videos because I don't want to vomit. Yeah.
Gail was proven to be a complete racist in episode 131 of Drunken Peasants.
What?
After reading off a message sent from her black lover, former Judge Terrence Jenkins, as if he was some sort of post-slavery massa Uncle Tom.
I have to listen to that. What episode was it?
There's a few of them. There's 131, which is a little bit, but then on episode 312, it's an interview of Gail.
Okay, I have to watch those so I can understand Gail.
I love Gail. Alright. Anything else
We
interesting?
both have to go listen to this now.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go listen to some schizophrenic woman talking about her,
That's 3 neck beards.
3 neck beards who like deep frying their junk. And this has been Theodore Rex.
See you next week with duck tits.
No. Last chance. Who bought the butterfly? That's it! I'm gonna eat this guy! No, 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 no!